Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Stephen, and behind the camera we have
Spencer.
And on the channel we do walk around videos like we're going to do today of this 2019 plate Golf R. We also do car reviews as well. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. That way you'll not miss any more stock updates or any more up and coming road tests. And the video is also sponsored by WeWon'tBuyAnyCar.com, but we might just buy your car and for a great price. If you have something sporty or would be classed as prestige up to 6 years old and 60,000 miles, please do get in touch. There'll be a little link just up here. And we also like quite interesting things like that and like that. So if you've got something old, cool, classic, get in touch. So anyway, back to the video at hand, and it's going to be a walk around video of this 3-owner 2019 plate Golf R. Spencer, remind me what mileage is on this again? 45?
45, yeah, just under.
Just under. So it's a car with full complete history. It's no modifications. It did have an aftermarket back box, which we have since replaced with the standard system. And it's also got an Ottinger style rear boot spoiler, which we're happy to either leave on or take off, depending on what your preference is. We did put a little post up, a little poll up on our socials, and it was a 47-53% split. So some people like it, some people don't. It's easier to take it off than it is to add it back on. So for the moment, we've got the spoiler on. Other than that, the car is completely stock. No engine maps, no transmission maps. It only had the aftermarket exhaust, which was a little touch too loud. So we've now got the nice valve system back on the car. So over the course of the video, we'll go around the whole body condition, the wheels. We'll then hop inside, get the car started, let you hear it running. Confirm the mileage, because at this point in time we think it's about 44,000 miles, and just literally to demonstrate the car starts and runs with no faults. Now have a little look under the engine bay as well. So Spencer, if you would kindly bring the camera over, we'll have a little start at the front of the car. Now, because of the style of the bonnet on a Mark 7 and Mark 7.5, they're tapered down. They can be quite bad for stone chips. This one's not too bad. Got a couple of more prominent chips here, but a little bit of rash just towards the edge of the bonnet. Now, the camera at this point in time is about that far away, so unless you're going to come into the garage and stand here, that's probably going to be as critical as you're going to see. We've also got some pretty bright lighting at the garage here. So the reason why we do this is because you could be looking at this car and you could be 2 or 3 hours away, so it's better off finding out exactly what you're coming to see and hopefully buy at this stage, rather than jumping in the car and coming and seeing it to then find out that it's not a new car. We do sell used cars here. They're always going to have signs of previous use, so that's why we're trying to make the videos as transparent as possible. So a couple of chips in the bonnet. The bumper's not too bad, and the light lenses and everything, they're all nice and clean as well. Love the new, not new now, but I love the daytime running lights, the Mark 7.5 personally. I think it makes the car light up really nice at night. Moving down the length of the passenger side, Lee did mention to me that there is one small parking dent just here, which Dent Master is going to come out and pop it out, but Willie is very much in demand. Yep. Because he is the original Dent Master, so we should have that popped out one day next week. And looking down the length of the vehicle from the back, yeah, that's the only flaw in the bodywork on the passenger side there, which we should hopefully have sorted next week. Wasn't fixed in time for the video. Standard Cadiz wheels, with one wheel refurbished because it was damaged, just on the edge. I say damaged, curb rash. The rest of the wheels have got tiny little bits of water ingress just under the lacquer, but guys, no one in their right mind is going to cut a wheel, because you only get so many cuts before you then have to make them one colour. Yep. And one wheel that never looks right, a single colour, is a Cadiz wheel, because you lose all these details here. Discs in the back, all nice and clean, and it's also on a matching set of Bridgestone branded tyres. Back wheel, no damage. I think this was the one that was actually refurbished. This was the one that was refurbished. Bridgestone tyre there, disc all nice and clean in the back there as well. Moving on to the inside. Oh, sorry guys, there's a little mark just under the door handle here. As well, it's obviously been opened and caught on something. If you look into the inside of the car, you can see we've got are the interior lights aftermarket, Spencer?
Footwell lights, yeah.
Footwell lights have been changed, but it does tie in quite nice with the illuminated entry plates.
Every 1 in 5 Golf Rs we get will have that.
They do. That's probably one of the reasons why I was asking if it's standard, because every time you open the door in a Golf R, that's what you're greeted with.
Yeah, it's a weird, because they've ambient light pack, or not pack, they have ambient light, and you can do the footwell brightness separate, which is a weird thing. So if it's a normal light, it looks like you just have the door open when you're driving, because your footwell's lit up. So
Right.
so that's why they put the blue in, to
Right,
make it look
okay.
as if it's...
And it matches the point of the dial. Oh no, this has got TFT, this has got the virtual dashboard. The older one had the blue clocks.
Yep.
Also, if you look at the seats, they've got Alcantara panels here, rather than just the standard light grey fabric, which looks a bit cheap. This is a much nicer, not,
It's an option, but it's an option worth picking.
yeah, for sure. Factory carpet overmats, and it's got obviously got Discovery navigation, which is standard on a 7.5.
Wire CarPlay and everything.
I've always wondered why the CarPlay needs wired in, but Merc are the same.
See, it's a software thing, you can see the TIG one. It's obviously the same system as wireless.
It's wireless, is it? I wonder if you could get a software update to address that. So this is the spoiler here, guys. As I say, it is aftermarket. It doesn't look too bad. It's black, which ties in with the black mirror caps. We shall leave that up to the new.
I think it looks a lot better. See the standard tips on it now. It doesn't look as...
Yeah, because the tips in
Yesterday.
the. Yeah, because I think the standard tips are absolutely perfectly.
They're just so nice.
Yeah.
No one's stuck out too far, but just not nice.
Yeah, but it's also got a set of wind deflectors again. They'll go with the car because no point in us keeping hold of them. Partial shelf and everything all present and correct. Parking sensors along the back. Also, worth noting, the top of the bumper doesn't have any. It's a very, very tiny little entry marks with people putting stuff in at the boot. But we've had some of these have actually had to paint the back bumper because.
I still have like the vinyl over it to cover it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, guys, it is an estate car, so, sorry, a hatchback, so it is going.
Golf,
It's a Golf. It's just a fast Golf. So looking down the length of the driver's side, this side's absolutely perfect. There's no marks, dings or dents. Wheel on your passenger side, a little bit of water ingress just under the lacquer there and there, but
That's the worst of the whole lot.
yeah, I mean, it's very, very minor. Bridgestone tyres, disc all nice and clean. And moving along to the final corner, looking down the length, spotlessly clean. Wheel on the front, no marks. And the disc in there, all nice and clean as well. I'm saying it's got black mirror caps. It's a Golf R, it's got the
Some do have black.
aluminium.
That was always a signature.
That takes me back, that reminds me of my old S3. But they used to have, it was a milled
A bit of metal.
bit of metal because people used to steal them.
They are metal.
Aye.
See when you polish them, they come up, the black comes off, you like polishing the
Oh
wheels.
yeah, just like when you're using the autosol.
Yep.
Oh, missed a bit. Sorry guys, better check the condition of the seat and steering wheel before I park my bum in it. See, it's wearing really, really well because these can be quite bad for going flat, depending on the shape and size of the previous owner and how they get on and out.
I think it also depends on where the parking is. See, you're going quite a tight space and trying to get in and out, you're going to crush it.
Because you can't get the door open properly.
Yeah.
That's a fair point actually. Top of the steering wheel, just the 2 o'clock positions, all nice and matte, all the way right round as well. These have just got such a nice feel, the Mark 7.5. Yeah. Because it's all nice and glossy. 7 was a wee bit plasticky in the centre console.
7, if you never got a big screen of 7, it felt cheap. It felt like an aftermarket head unit in it.
Yeah, because it didn't match in with the rest of the dash. But in these, it's probably one of the reasons why the Mark 8 went down so badly. Because this is a nicer place to be.
I will get started.
Yeah, okay.
Starting buttons should never been a car.
Let's get it started and we'll check the mileage. 44,255 miles. So we weren't far off.
Quite far.
We weren't far off.
Close.
We'll pop the car into race. We'll not rev it too hard because it's obviously cold. But look, give you a little idea of what it sounds like. But even the infotainment, it always reminds me of like a nice iPad feel. Everything's said glossy and
It works nice.
silky. Radar cruise, again, standard. These cars do come with a lot of standard equipment.
It's weird when you see an auction because you forget what they have standard. When you see this, you realise it's actually...
No, you're never going to feel like you're in a basic car.
No,
You know,
you can
heated
actually
seats.
seats, everything, big screen, digital dash.
LED lights, adaptive cruise.
Really get an S3. The equivalent S3 that you get a digital dash standard.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. These have always been the kind of sweet spot when it comes to value for money.
Yeah.
The bulletproof EA treble 8 2 litre turbo, 300 horsepower or 300 and a wee touch over. People run these things relentlessly at 400 horsepower with no issue. Solid drivetrain, and they'll do 38 to the gallon in a long run as well.
Yeah, around about town.
There is no surprise why these are the go-to performance hatch for a guy or a girl that wants a fast car but doesn't really want any drawbacks, practicality or fuel running costs or anything.
Yep.
And as I mentioned earlier, this one is a completely standard car. So there we are, guys. It brings us to the end of the video. If we can help at all, you can get in touch at the garage, jimmyglen.com. There'll be a link to the website in the description below. 01236 779 9000 if you want to give us a wee call. Always happy to take your current car and Part X, work out a wee finance quotation. This is still new enough to qualify for PCP. And as you're looking at a Golf R on YouTube, I reviewed one last year, and there'll be a little link to watch it just up there. And as I mentioned earlier, please do consider subscribing, that way you'll not miss any more stock updates, and you can do that by clicking just down there. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.